Hey friends, Tux here. For this particular video, we're going to be taking a look at the Sony LinkBuds. These are a revolutionary style earbud, very different from other companies with a kind of a Cheerio design, as you can see here. And we'll be discussing how this works with the godlike Sony NW-A306. This is the amazing mini HD music player, which just really shook up the music industry earlier this year and still is just an amazing player all throughout 2023. It's doing great, and there's a lot of reasons to love this, but there's also a contender. There sure is. This is the new Sony Xperia 1 Mark V, and this, much like this little player here, had a lot of advanced features of music players, you know, $1,000 plus, like 3 times the price of it. This particular Sony camera is said to have also great music features and also has camera features of the Alpha series camera, but we'll talk more about this in different videos. But I want to talk about these, how these relate to these products, because first off, if you want to get these for free, you can. In a lot of cases right now, if you get the new Sony phone, you can get this $170 plus pair of earbuds absolutely for free, which is amazing. Over in the UK, though, they are offering the 1005s, which is an even more amazing deal. So if you're able to order from the British site and you can find the deal, getting these for free, I would take these for free over these, although I haven't tried these yet, and I hear good things. So maybe my feelings will change on that. So let's go ahead and unbox here. And you can see this is a normal Sony kind of minimalistic packaging they've been doing lately. They're trying to be very eco-friendly, and you know, of course, you can respect that, but it does not have the wow factor on a store retail shelf as some other packages. It's very white, very small, you know, maybe a little bit Apple-ish, you know, but just basically as a picture of Sony LinkBuds, very small white box. Looks like these are 5.5 hour to 12 hour, depending upon what you're doing, okay, which is interesting. On the back here mentions they are iPhone compatible, which is great. Alexa is built in, and of course Google is built in as well. So a lot of reasons to use these because they are cross compatible with other systems and other ecosystems, not just Apple, but they do work on Apple. Amazing is what I hear. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this up here. I don't think there is a graceful way. I love to try and open things in a nice, neat, clean kind of way to save the packaging, but I'm not sure if that's going to work this time through. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and try and pull these off a little bit. Let me see if I can get the sticker off here. I wish Sony had a way of actually making boxes that didn't self-destruct. Yeah, I see them already tearing. All right, you know what? I don't think there's any two ways around this. I think I'm gonna have to bust this box open, unfortunately. So here we go. We got this out, and we'll pull off the little tab. Has a built-in do it, and interesting. Okay, so the package itself, once you get the cardboard off here, it is white as well. It does have LinkBuds engraved in it, which is kind of a nice quality touch. I don't know if the camera's capturing this properly, but right here it says LinkBuds, and I believe this is magnetic. Yeah, this, well, you know what? I'm not sure if it's magnetic or not. It feels like it's magnetic, but also feels like this inside cardboard seam, as you can see, nice little touch, is kind of holding things in place, like kind of snaps in. So this is a box that I would keep if I were you, is my point of this whole thing. Okay, so a very nice box. Let's go ahead and open this up. This almost feels like a proposal, like, NW-A306, will you marry me? Look, here's your ring. Yeah, no, I'm just joking. But anyway, so once you open it up here, very nice, interesting little cuts. Like, this box is very well made. Like, I am impressed with that, even if the wow factor is not there from like a standpoint of like a ROG or some other thing. They do a good job here, and it looks like they have very simple instructions here for you. 1, start your phone, and Bluetooth, obviously. Number 2, you stick this little earworm in your ear, and then 3, you connect the two and you enjoy music. So that's how that works. It looks like there is another tab here with some more instructions, which is interesting. It looks like there is little barcodes to get you to more online instruction if you want, but it looks like these, from the pictures, come with various size earbuds, like the little part that goes in your ear, from extra small up to extra large, so they got your ears covered, so that's a good thing. All right, and here is the small, even more reminiscent of a ring of some kind. You know what, before we get to this little black box, let's go ahead and see if we have some accessories in here. Now with these phone here, I was a little disappointed. Sony did not include a power cord with the phone. They did not include a new cord with new device. But I am happy to report here, check it out, much like the Sony NW-A306 and the 1005 noise canceling headphones, they do come with a cord, so that's nice. So we have a nice little USB to a USB-C, I believe, yep, USB-C cord for charging. It's a little short, but it's good for plugging into a computer or some kind of power strip or something. Sometimes long cords actually become almost more of a hassle than they're worth. So it's cool they have a pair of included cords. And this box is very, very like interesting. There's all sorts of crazy like little compartments and things. I am getting like a little bit of wow factor the way they origami this whole thing together. Looks like this part here pulls, okay, and inside here you have a teeny little box, and in here is the little plastic adapters for your ear, okay. And one thing I'll call out, see that little top part? There's like a circle, but there's a little teeny nub right there on top where I'm touching, and that is actually meant to go in your ear and help hold them in your ear. But it's nice, they do give you a very nice wide variety of these, and I find that I'm kind of between sizes on a few of these, so typically I'll always keep these, and then as you wear out or lose, you know, other, you know, earbud foamies or whatever, you can always use these. So it's definitely worth keeping. So I'd keep this whole thing together. And again, this box is very, very interesting. Let's pop that on. I think that might be the wrong side, but anyway, we'll pull out the other stuff in here. Looks like there's a little compartment here. This doesn't pull out quite as smoothly, but they do talk about the 360 reality audio, which I am a fan of, actually. I do like it both on the NW-A306 and the Xperia 1 Mark V, and it works, of course, great with the Sony and noise canceling headphones. So if you're in the Sony ecosystem of music, it's worth it for sure to at least try the 360 reality audio. I think it sounds really good. Under certain conditions, it may lower the volume a little bit, so that's something to consider, but I wouldn't judge me saying that to prevent you from trying it. Try it and judge for yourself if you think the payoff is worth any other kind of changes to the audio itself. But anyway, it's good stuff, guys. I'd recommend it. It's definitely a reason to get Sony. And here we have an access code and a free music trial. So if you caught that, you can be the first to use this, can have it. So there you go. I think I'm already subscribed to like every music service known to man. In here we do have a Sony little instruction book as usual. This is very simple tissue paper with small print. I think the print might actually be a little bit bigger than the Xperia phone, but it does have a 1-year limited warranty for US and for Canada. So that's pretty cool. We'll kind of put this to the side. Typically the biggest problem, I don't know if they cover losing them. Okay, I think losing earbuds is the biggest reason why I'd like these. I kind of like better, and I've really kind of, when I bought these, I didn't know I would love the noise canceling as much as I do, but I really do. Actually, the noise canceling is, it's amazing. I've never heard such good noise canceling, and I've used a lot of headphones, trust me. You go back to my queue and see. But anyway, so this is kind of what it looks like. So we have kind of an earbud with like a little Cheerio, and that is allowing the outside ambient noise to come in. And I'm not gonna go through everything here. I guess the headset technically is model YY2953. Okay, it's DC 3.5 volts, and it looks like it is a 1-watt headset with 3-watt charging case. Okay, and so that's the deal. USB-C, and the output is a Bluetooth specification power class 1, and this is Bluetooth version 5.2. Okay, so there's a couple specs for you. It's compatible with a whole bunch of different iPhones. I'm not going to read all those, but just let it be said that if it's a more modern device, it's probably going to work. Will it work with an iPhone or an iPad or an iPod 1? Maybe not. You know, will it work with an original Zune? I don't think Zune had Bluetooth, but I do love Zune, by the way. But anyway, so yeah, so the instructions, if you need them, they're there for you. Okay. All right. On to the main course here. This is the actual earbuds. The case, honestly, my first impression, this is smaller than I thought it would be. Like, I thought this box was a little small, although really intuitive on the origami design here. So I'm a little wowed. But this looks very teeny. Let's go ahead and open this up. I was kind of thinking these were going to be a little bigger. Not that bigger is better. Actually, I kind of am a little relieved because you don't want some huge honking like potato in your ear or something, you know. So let's see what this looks like. Open this up. Okay, so here's a charging case. Very small. We got the Sony logo on the front. We have the charging in the back. This is wireless charging too, is my understanding of it. So you can put this down. I feel a little ribbed besides the the writing there, it feels like this is a little ribbed for something else maybe, but very interesting. It's kind of a matte black case with a very soft, silky touch to it. Okay, so nice little case. This will easily fit into a backpack or into your pocket or whatever. I would say it's smaller than many other earbud cases I do have. It'd be nice if they would have included a like silicone cover for this with like a clamp. You know what I'm talking about? Like one of those like little clamps to clamp it onto things. Although I don't know if you want to clamp a $178 pair of earbuds to a backpack for someone to take. All right, so there it is, guys. Whoa, look at that. I'm pretty impressed with this. I didn't expect that chromy quality look to it. The case, you can see, is indented on top to make room for the earbuds, and very interesting design. Let me pull one of these out here. You can see the light comes on. It looks like when it shows that you're pulling it out. Now, most things from the factory aren't fully charged, so I'm not necessarily expecting this to be fully charged, but you can see the electronics. It's a 3-prong charger, and it does have a bit of a lock-in, so it's magnetic. I can feel a magnet pulling that in when you put it in, and it looks like it does. Hear that click? Here, check it out. Listen quietly. Here it goes. It has a click. So unlike a lot of earbud cases, besides being magnetic, it actually clicks in place to let you know that's really there. Now, looking at the earbud itself, again, very small, very interesting. I'm gonna have to try these for a while. I'm gonna listen to some music real quick, give you a first impression, but then I'm gonna use these like a deep dive for about a week, try and make these my primary earbuds, and we'll see if I like the ambient noise coming through the hole. That's where the street noise comes through. And then B, if I lose them, there's a pretty good chance that I'm going to lose these earbuds in the first week I have them, okay? I hope I don't. I really don't. But I have a weird feeling like I might. And I guess because they were free with the phone, I'm not that worried about it. But they are a $170 pair of earbuds, so it's something you don't necessarily want to lose. Now, these go in your ear. This part here goes in the top part of your ear and kind of holds them in place. So that is the reason for this little extra rubbery stop. Kind of keeps it in place, and hopefully that prevents me from losing it. Okay, to pair these is very simple. Okay, all you have to do is hold in the button here for about 10 seconds. The light here will turn blue, and then when it turns blue, you'll see on your device, it will find them. So here's the LinkBuds. Very simple. We'll go ahead and pair these up. Did I lose my pairing ability? There we go, LinkBuds. We're gonna hit that. It's pairing them on the NW-A306. Do you want to pair? Yes, I want to pair. And there we go. And it looks like we are set. So very good. We'll save the LinkBuds. I do like the way Sony shows a picture of the device. And again, this does work with Alexa. And I do use Alexa both in the home and in the car. So for me, that is a plus. I'm going to skip Google Assistant for right now, though, just because I just want to listen to some music here. This is interesting. It looks like left is 35 and right is 54. So it's kind of interesting. I guess me holding it out of the case actually lost a little power. But I'm going to go ahead and listen to some music here, and we'll be right back. All right, this is interesting. They're paired right now, and I have them in my ears. I did notice they didn't really protrude in my ear as much as I thought they would, really less than any other headphone, but I'm able to hear myself talking and able to hear the music at a good volume. In fact, I might even be talking a little louder than normal because I'm hearing the music with me. But I could definitely hear what's going on around me, which is good. So if like a car was honking at me or something, I'd be able to hear the car, even though I'm listening to a high definition Yes song. So a DSF file, I believe it is. So it's really great. It sounds really good, guys. It really does. The volume is good. The Sony unit here is kind of weird with the volume. I do have the US version, which has a sound limiter on it from the World Health Organization to prevent hearing loss, which is unfortunate because like I really like music loud, but it is loud enough, but it could be louder. But the loudness issue is not an issue with the earbuds. It definitely is an issue with the player itself. I'm going to try something different here, and I'm going to try and hook it up to the Sony phone now and see if there's a difference in volume. So we'll check that out together. I did notice that the Sony phone, although this works off of like 120 for a volume, the Sony phone works off a normal volume system, but it does seem to have some like safety, unfortunately, in it as well. But let me see if it's louder on the phone, and maybe I'll try and use a different source. Like I found that sometimes actually listening to, music files and not streaming can help. And hopefully I'll get past the limiter option on this particular player. Now, pairing the LinkBuds with the phone, it was pretty seamless, although I was still listening to music on the NW-A306. So I just went ahead and paired a new device. It found it did the blue light thing, and it took it over immediately. It did stop the music then when it went to this new device. So now I'm going to go ahead and try and listen to some music on the phone here and see if that makes a big difference in volume. Okay, so listening to the phone here, I would say this is at max volume here. Everything's turned up all the way, and it definitely is louder. I'm listening to files which are on the player itself, much like on here, those players, the files were actually on the player. It's in fact, it's so loud, I'm actually having a hard time talking because I really can't hear myself as well over the music. It's pretty darn loud. I'm gonna listen to some more music. I'll be right back. Now, just for fun, I listened to Sirius Alt Nation here, Sirius XM Radio, and on Sirius, the volume is more in line with the NW-A306. It's louder, I think, but I can hear myself. Honestly, when I was listening to the musical file on here, it was really hard to hear myself talk. And even now, actually, now this music is kicking in. It's, what am I listening to? I don't even know what that is. Marry, Kill, something. It's a situation where I'm having a hard time hearing myself now. It's getting into like a louder part of the song. So I would say that they're really good, but I would kind of lean towards them use with the actual phone over the player, partially because of the whole volume issue and this having a limiter. Now I'm hoping that someday Sony may eliminate the limiter on this one, or of course you could buy a different version. But I don't want to put this version down. Like, this version sounds awesome and it's really enjoyable. But I think when listening to songs here on the NW-A306, I would lean towards using the large 1005 noise canceling headphones as opposed to the open ear that lets other ambient noises in. The sound, though, is very crisp, good bass, good treble, and I'd say very enjoyable for all practical purposes. I'm listening to a variety of music, mostly alternative rock, and a little bit of rap, but it sounds good. I would say it definitely sounds like an enjoyable experience. I do think that I have a little bit of a problem with the earbuds are in my ear, but I kind of am a little worried that I might actually lose them, so that's something worth watching. Okay, so after listening to music for a while on these, on both, the NW-A306 and music files on the phone, the Xperia 1 Mark V, and they're enjoyable on both. They really are. Like, I would recommend them. I do feel like I'd be a little bit worried, and I'm a little concerned that maybe riding on my bouncy scooter, and with these being a little less protruding in your ear, like maybe they might fall out. I honestly don't know. I'm gonna have to be very careful about that, but it's something to consider. Maybe these are something more listening to like at the office or the gym or something, or school, or on like a bus ride or plane ride or something, as opposed to listening on a more busy environment like on a bicycle or a scooter or something outside where you could lose them and potentially they could roll somewhere and this gray color could easily kind of mix into the environment and be very hard to see on concrete. Now, that's almost too bad they didn't make these like neon orange or yellow or something to make them easier to find. That's another thing, or some kind of tracking device to be able to track them from your Xperia phone. I don't believe it has that, but if it does, let me know, because I would love to test that further. But I do not believe it has any kind of tracking on the actual earbuds themselves. But for what they are, for the purpose of having earbuds that are meant to be very light in your ear and be a great sounding, these really do they fit the bill, so I'd recommend them.